I wasn't the most athletic person on the court or the most extraordinary athlete. I kind of stuck to the fundamentals, and I kind of used that in life. Just get your foundation set, and everything pretty much take care of itself. I'm Shamir McDaniel, a head varsity assistant at Red Oak High School. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Grew up a little area of Converse, Texas, but it's considered San Antonio. As I got older, man, you be stuck in the house, nothing to do, you just make up games. I took little Hot Wheels tracks, taped them together in a circle, and just taped them on the door, balled up some socks, used it as a ball, shoot jumpers, play horse with my brothers. On the monkey ball, man, you just stand from the back and then you just shoot, try to make them in each little square. I know. That's all we had. Like I said, I couldn't remember being that young, anybody who had a basketball goal at that time, so just made what was due, man. My first time playing organized basketball would probably be 7 or 8 years old. It was a CYO league. So I was the only black dude on the team. But I was the tallest, probably the most athletic. But playing street ball and playing organized ball was two different things. I was out there, I didn't know what I was doing. I just remember my coach telling me, don't stand in the lane 3 seconds. So I was just going left and right the whole game with my hands up looking crazy. I look back on it like, man, I was sorry. I'm pretty sure everybody in the crowd was telling me I'm sorry. I know my brothers gave me a hard time, but yeah, I was about 7 or 8, man. They just threw me in the fire, but it was a good learning experience. I would say it really started in middle school, because during the 6th grade year, there's no actual team. You have to wait till your 7th, 8th grade year. But when 7th grade started, I was the only athlete in the program who didn't play football. So when I first was going to try out for basketball, they didn't want to take me because I wasn't a football player. And then they knew that I was a clown in class sometimes. So they didn't want nothing to do with me because they didn't know me. But the coach sat me down and he was like, hey, look, I'm going to need you to buy into our program. If you can't do that, you can't play basketball. So ever since that point, I had my head on straight and I was locked in. Now, a lot of the things we did in middle school translated to high school. So by the time I got there, I was already ready. I already established myself. Because they used to have 3-on-3 tournaments for fundraisers when I was in middle school. But it was no age group, so middle schoolers played the high schoolers. So my team, we made like 3 or 4 rounds, but we was playing against older guys. So by the time I got to high school as a freshman, we knew we was already ready. Freshman year, basketball, had about 30 kids out there. I was on the A team with a couple of my middle school guys, but we already knew that we were established. We went undefeated. The only game that we didn't win was a game they called it a bomb threat on us. So we figured it was the opponents, they didn't want to play us, but there was a bomb threat at the end of the day. So that's the only game we didn't play, but it's the only game we didn't win. So we were still undefeated, but we would like to have that game. Like I said, it was a learning process. Again, as a freshman, I played freshman basketball. I probably could have got moved up, but they like to keep the freshmen together. But going to my sophomore year, I was able to play on the varsity. But there's older guys ahead of me, so I'm just trying to pick up the varsity speed, trying to learn the game. I still know I could play the game, but there's a lot of little details and small things I needed to learn. But I guess as a sophomore, we went to state, lost in the state semifinals, double overtime to a Houston Willow Ridge team that was undefeated for like 2 years in a row. Had TJ Ford, Daniel Ewing, all these guys went D1, Kenny Taylor. So that was a good experience for me being so young. And then going into my junior year, I was a starter. Played with two postmen that were really good. Like I said, we was all district, had a great season. And that year we lost in the regional finals. Then going to your senior year, you're thinking, hey, you're unstoppable. Senior year last year, we'll go undefeated, win state. Those are things running through my head. But again, we still had a good year, all district, all city. We got MVP awards for tournaments, things like that. We make the playoffs. And that year we lost in the regional semi. So every year kind of took a step back. That ain't how we thought it would go, but throughout that time, and I learned a lot from the game. My coach taught me fundamentals, mental toughness, things like that, and that stuff translated later on in my college career. The guy that was all city, he was in our district, a tall guy, went to Reagan High School named Ryan Griffin. He ended up getting a scholarship there. He was, like I said, he was all city, MVP of our district, about 6'5", 6'6", killing dudes in the post. But when he played us, I guarded him, held him in check a little bit. He might have got dusted up a few times, but in my mind, I'm thinking, man, if this dude can get a scholarship, like I said, why can I get a scholarship? The first few weeks on campus, you kind of find out what everybody's doing. And once I found out everybody goes to the gym, the rec, and play, that's what I did. So every day, you go to your classes, after class, man, get something to eat, go to the rec. A lot of times, the Sam Houston basketball team will be there. A lot of the guys on the team, so I'm just playing, just hooping. I'm just gauging myself, like, man, can I really do it? Again, in my mind, I'm thinking I can, but I don't know. The doubt was there because these dudes are, man, like I said, they're grown men. I'm coming out of high school. These dudes big, strong, all of them can play. So that goes on for about 2 or 3 weeks, just hooping. Still, like I said, still ain't talked to nobody. I know basketball starts in October for all levels. So it's getting close to October. And then one day, man, I ran into that guy, Ryan Griffin, from high school I played against. He's like, oh, man, I didn't know you was going to school here. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'll never see you in a rec. I never seen him hoop. That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought was better. But I never seen him in the gym. But he seen me one day going to class. I'm like, yeah, man, why don't you go ahead and talk to the coaches, man, about trying out. He gave me some information, man. I knew the coaches were, did a little research, found out who they were, went to go talk to them. I think they did their research as well because I think I got a call from my high school coach. Like, yeah, they might be interested. They might be giving a call about coming and trying out. And so, like I said, one day I went to the office, just introduced myself. Like I said, I think they did their research as well. The crazy thing about it is, like I said, I didn't even have to try out. The coaches just told me, hey, I just need you to show up first day of practice at this day with your shoes ready, man. And it was I think it was at midnight. First practice was at midnight at college. Just show up. And that was all she wrote, man. First year, again, I'm probably averaged maybe 1-2 points a game. But I played big minutes because of my defense. I took care of the ball, didn't turn it over, and just did the little thing. That kind of kept me on the court. And that kind of got me noticed. Again, just like any other thing, it was a progression. As I got older, got more confident, got better. Like I said, my sophomore year, I averaged maybe 5 points. Now going to my junior year, man, it was rough. I got more shots up, but I didn't make as many. I mean, it was bad. Like as far as slump wise, I was getting opportunities, but I just wasn't hitting them. And I remember we lost in the conference, conference, maybe the first round of conference playoffs on a last second shot. And I told myself, man, I don't want that feeling ever again. And from that day on to that next day, I think I was in the gym every day until the next season, just shooting, working on my game, trying to get better. Now, I've never done that before. I worked on my game, but not to that extent. I mean, I got in the gym, got with the old high school friend. We got shots up when we could. At college, pulled out the little shooting machine gun, got up shots. We start off by making about 500, just to start off. We're not talking about shot attempt, we're talking about makes. So I hit about 20 shots, 7 spots inside the 3. And then you go outside 3, same thing, hit about 27 spots. Then do it off the move, do it off the catch. So it was just, man, just putting in that work and shooting. Like I said, I got the opportunity as I got older because I'm saying coaches looking for the older guys to step up, make a bigger contribution, scoring. But yeah, man, they always urged me to shoot, but I was always kind of shy. I just want to just be a part of the team. But being a senior, man, captain, needed that scoring. Coach said, I want you to make about 100 threes this year. I think that was the goal. He told me I need about 100 makes. I said, I got my opportunities, man. When I could, I let it fly. But nah, like I said, it was a progression, man. I just had to get better. I had to work on my game. And it just fell into place. And I remember telling my old teammate, man, I'll get about 15 tomorrow against Texas Tech. He's like, man, whatever. All right, man, just watch. I'll get about 15 tomorrow. Now, winning, all I didn't think about winning, I was just worried about myself at that time. Like, I'm gonna get at least 15 points against these dudes. So, like, during the game, you can kind of tell, like, these dudes weren't that much better than us. They're a little bigger, more athletic and strong. But as far as just hooping, they wasn't doing nothing else special. So you just playing, just trying to stay close. Like I said, the game was close the whole game. I don't think nobody got a lead above 5 points. Now that I think about it, it was just back and forth, lead changes, back and forth. So at that point, man, you just try to make shots just to win. As the game going on, you ain't thinking about nothing else. Just like, damn, we still this close. We still in the game. And there's a clip during that game when I hit a three in the corner and I'm pointing. And I wasn't pointing at the dude passing the ball. I was pointing at my friend in the stand because that was my 15 point. I remember hitting my first one. It was off a driving kick. I'm trying to think. It was on the left wing. The dude drove, kicked the ball. I caught it, let that thing go. I mean, man, talking about feeling good. And everybody play that 2K nowadays. Talking about that green light. That's exactly what it felt like, man. It was just perfect. I could just feel it off my fingers. I still can see it now. Just feel it off my fingers, man. Nothing but net. That's why I looked at the crowd and was like, ooh, like you could just feel it. Like at that point, I just knew, man, anything come on my hands finna go in. So after I hit that one, that was the first one. And then I think I came down maybe a few minutes later, just dribbling. Nobody picked me up. It was about a good 3 to 5 feet from me in the 3-point line. Nobody guarded me. I just pull up, let that thing fly again. But net again, just whoosh, again. I was like, man, I can just feel it in myself. Like anything I put up there was going in. So that was, I guess, the second one. They gave me 6 points. Then the third one, we ran a play. I think it was called X Reject or something. I don't remember. It was a play, something with an X. I remember. I'm supposed to come off the screen and hit the guy rolling. I think we were struggling with scoring points or whatever at that time. I was like, man, forget this. I'll get this ball and shoot this up. So I come off the screen. He back up a little bit. I fake. Let that thing fly again. Dude hit my hand. The ref did call it. Wow. Money. Going again. I'm like, man, yeah, it's feeling nice. It's money time. Like I said, dude hit my hand, everything. Bad boy still went in. I'm like, yeah. I must have it going tonight. That was the 9th of the half. And then my next one, man, we were running an inbound play. It was a broken play, really. I was probably the last option on the play. I just run to the corner. The coach like, hey, don't do the corner, dude. Throw a skip pass down the sideline on the inbound. Open in the corner, catch, shoot, bam, hit that one. That was the one. They gave my 15 point. I pointed to the stands. So that was 12 for the half. And then the last play, man, that was, again, another broken play. The guy on our team, Ryan Bright, I don't know if we were just holding for one shot or just trying to get a good shot, but the shot clock was going down. So he's dribbling, and as he's turning, a guy comes and traps him. He didn't see it coming. The dude could have stole the ball, man. He went to go lay it up and tie the game up. But luckily, somehow he regained the ball, and as he's getting trapped, and I try to teach my kids, man, if somebody's trapped, just don't be sitting in the corner. Now, I done hit but 5 threes at this point. Don't be sitting in the corner just waving your hand. Don't throw me all open. Got to sprint to the ball. So I sprint to the ball, my hands up, catch. Again, I could have easily just stayed out there, shot the 3 again, but it don't work, man, on high levels. But ran to the ball. He hit me. Just me, the goal, one defender. Guy comes over, rotates late, man. I just take it up, give him a little bump, flick it up there, and 1. I think put us up 4. Get to the free throw line, hit the free throw, put us up 5. And man, that was all she wrote at that point. If you would have told me that would have happened beforehand, I would have told you, yeah, you must be crazy. Even though I told my guy I was going to get 15. I didn't know it was going to be 15 like that. But, man, that game there, really, really boost my confidence going forward that year. Again, man, that's just like a one in a lifetime thing for a guy to walk on to get to that point. It was crazy. It was just crazy. Oh, Stephen F. Foster, man, our biggest rival. You can ask anybody from Stephen F. Foster who they hate, and they're gonna say Sam Houston, and vice versa. But to hit a game winner against them, man, it actually, man, that kind of salvaged the day because that game was probably one of my worst defensive games ever. Ever. I mean, this dude, had about 25 points on all threes, but I got hand in the face. He's still hitting. I'm all up in this dude. That's what I remember from the game mostly. This dude was hitting everything. I mean, the first 9 points was his in the game. Now, it wasn't all on me, but it was my responsibility. I felt, man, I mean, this dude was, I think he had at the end of the game like 28, 30 points. And I was just like, damn, man, if we lose this game, man, it's going to be on me. Like, I done failed my job. I'm supposed to shut this dude down. He coming here hitting. I mean, he was hitting everything, man. I was so frustrated, too. Because when I did get there, they called foul one time. I'm like, damn, what the hell can I do to stop this dude? I mean, he was just letting that bad boy fly. So to hit that shot, man, and to win that game, it kind of saved me. Like I said, I don't know if I could live myself if we lost that game. The way he buzzed me up, man. So I was like, man, I need to make a play to win this game. Now, the coach was going to call a play for somebody else, I think. I'm surprised he called it for me, to be honest. But when he did, man, it worked to perfection. A little misdirection play. When I came off the screen, the coach told me I came off the wrong way, but I just knew, man, as long as I get this shot up, I gotta make it, man. When I hit that shot, you just felt like it was Jordan and Kobe. Just little kid count down, man. Like I said, I hit game winners before, but I think that was the biggest one because of who was playing and how I was getting busted that game. If you're a player and if you're a smart basketball player, a lot of point guards probably couldn't attain to this, but you are an extension of the coach. So playing and coaching, as far as the basketball aspect, it's really not that hard as far as like the knowledge of the game and just knowing basketball. That part's not hard. Now the transition from player to coach, that is difficult. We'll have to dealing with other individuals. As a player, you don't have to deal with everybody. You kind of worry about yourself. Now you can assist players here or there and give some direction, but as a coach, you got the responsibility to not just your own self, well, of one player, but everybody. And that's real big, a big jump, and it's sometimes difficult for a lot of coaches who are players or who played the game. You got to learn how to teach what you already know. Again, a lot of us, like saying, being a teacher. A big part of coaching is the teaching aspect of it. It's not just knowing the game of basketball. You have to teach the game of basketball to others who don't see it the same way you see it. So, I said it's a challenge. I kind of find it difficult at times because I expect players to see the game the way I see it. It's not always going to happen that way. So you got to kind of start at the lowest level and build your way up. I always want to have high expectations, but again, you got to realize that everybody's not going to see the game the way you see it. But when I look back, I never thought I would be a coach because I already knew, like, I'm a selfish basketball player. I like to worry about myself. If I can take care of my own and do my job, it'll help the team. But when you're coaching, man, you can't have that type of mindset. You got to have a selfless mindset where the things you do is for everybody. Again, like I said, I never thought I would coach, but now that I'm coaching, I'm loving it. Again, I get to pass on all the knowledge that I know. And it's good to know that you're benefiting others and not just yourself. So I got a lot of knowledge. I'm just happy that I can give it to others. Girls that I had, I won't say were like very high level athletes. They played the game, but when you're trying to coach girls who are learning to get better, you got to kind of break things down to to the fundamentals. You kind of go back to the fundamentals. Where on the boys' end, they're a little bit more advanced. Who I was coaching, so you don't have to really teach those little intricacies the way you do with the girls. I'm not saying that boys are better than girls. I'm just saying on the level that I was coaching, that's how it was. But like I said, I loved it. Again, if I could do it all over again, or if I had the choice, I think I would coach girls. Because the game's a lot slower, and then that allows you to point out certain things for them and to teach them. And again, it all goes back to fundamentals. And to me, that's the fun part of basketball, the fundamental part. I'd rather teach those little things instead of just throwing the ball out there and say, hey, go play, go use your athleticism, just go get points. I like the strategic aspect of the game. We got to break it down, and you got to beat people with your head and your heart instead of just, your talent. So my experience coach girls, I loved it. Like I said, I learned a lot of different things as far as like personalities you got to deal with and patience, and different people got different things going on. And again, it's more than basketball when you're a coach. You got to kind of learn to coach people and to coach life. And again, it taught me a lot. And like I said, if I could choose, I probably would coach girls again. To be a real basketball player, what it takes, man, it's gonna start with God-given ability. You're gonna have some type of talent, basketball talent, to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Just playing hard and hard work ain't always gonna pay off if you can't play the game. But if you're a basketball player, or what I'll tell any basketball player looking to be better or go to the next level, it starts with your heart. You gotta want to do it. Basketball is a lifestyle. Like, you gotta live it. Everything you do, you gotta think, man, how's this gonna benefit me on the basketball court? The way you eat, the way you sleep, the things you watch, the things you do on your off time. Because believe it or not, if you're not sleeping or you're not working, there's always time for basketball in any aspect. Like I said, you could be watching film, you could work on your handles, you could be drawing your own plays, just learning the game. So it always starts with the heart. And like I said, that desire to want to play. Secondly, I would say hard work ethic. You got to be willing to put in the work to play this game at any type of level or at a high level. It's just not going to come to you. Now, some guys might have the talent to just wake up and go score 30 points, but most guys aren't going to be like this. So I always got to put in the work to do anything. That's anything in life. It's beyond basketball as well. And then I'll say the third thing, man, is just mental toughness and discipline, where bad things are going to happen in life, on the court, but they can't stop you from your overall goal to what you want to do. Like I said, if you want to be the best basketball player, you have to train like the best. You're going to have that type of mentality, that type of mindset. Things aren't always going to work out the way you plan them, but you always got to push through, find a silver lining in everything that you do. I think bad things happen, but just try to find something good to build on it, and you can get to that point.